The film begins with this dangerous duo, Lota and Jimmy, along with their team leader, Rana, a fierce and merciless crew. They have ensnared countless states in the clutches of drugs and murder, and currently, they are on their way to the state of Mumbai. Rana grabs this one guy, breaks his bones, and tells him, "Did you think I wouldn't be able to catch you?" The guy replies, "For your information, I'm one of Mansoor's men, but believe me, I'll give you back all your money." Rana answers him, "My money? In the beginning of our dealings, you sent me the money for the goods. After that, I started sending you the goods, and you started ignoring me. One time you'd say today, another time tomorrow, then you stopped answering and turned your phone off completely. And now you're trying to scare me with Mansoor? Tell me, where is Mansoor now?" He says, "In Malaysia." Rana replies, "All right, you know how hateful waiting is, so I'll entertain myself with you until he gets back." The men's grab him and hit him on the head with his hammer, and after that, he distributes his goods throughout the entire city, in malls, colleges, and parties, targeting the young kids. He forces them to get addicted to the drug, and whoever refuses, he kills. And whoever accepts and gets addicted, their money runs out after a while, and their true state is revealed to their families. When the parents try to stop their son, he finds no other way but suicide. The families cause a huge uproar, and the police are powerless to do anything against them. Heroin is spreading rapidly, and any cop who takes the case ends up dead in the most gruesome way. And this is Azad, whose only friend committed suicide because of his drug addiction, and his only hope in life is to avenge his friend and kill these dogs. At that time, the minister holds a meeting and tells them, "This is a farce. How is every officer who takes the case ending up dead? The media won't leave us alone, and the people have reached their limit." One of them says, "Sir, these savages need a savage specialist like them, who thinks the same way they do and knows how to play their game." The minister asks him, "And you think we have an officer with these qualifications?" He replies, "Yes, sir, there is Officer Rate. His achievements are countless. He is the violent beast, the terrifying guy, the guy who, with his power, destroyed the meth and hash dealers." He continues, "Sir, he has completed 97 successful missions. His last mission was with a person of great influence and wealth. He liked a girl, so he kidnapped her and took her home with him. While she was defending her honor, she hit the sofa and died. And if only he had left her. But no, he did what was on his mind to her while she was dead. What a monster. Afterwards, he threw her to the dogs, and no one could stop him. You think no one is going to stop him, my friend? Oh no, I swear to God." Suddenly, in the heart of his home, Radhe enters through the window like a lion. The man tells him, "You entered through the window like a thief. Now show me how you'll get out. There are more than 100 guards outside." Radhe tells him, "Come behind me." He finds all the guards in hell. He tells him, "Look with your own eyes what I did to them." The tape rewinds him to the beginning, as if he's watching a replay of a soccer match. Anyway, Radhe had descended upon them, ate, drank, slept, and crushed them until he broke all their bones. Our guy is shocked, so Radhe gives him a powerful headbutt, then pulls out his weapon and finishes him off. The minister says, "I want this guy right now." He is told, "Unfortunately, sir, he is suspended from duty." The minister orders, "Reinstate him, and as of tomorrow, he is to take over the case." And indeed, the chief summons him and gives him the case file. He returns to the police station, and his colleagues welcome him with utmost happiness. Officer Avinash says, "What is this farce? Are you the new officer? Fine, listen up. If you're dangerous, I'm dangerous with my own secret recipe. Don't you dare cross your limits, and you better know exactly who I am." Radhe leaves him talking to himself and walks away. Radhe goes out, and on the road, his car runs out of fuel. He tries to flag down a tuk-tuk, but no one stops for him. At that moment, he sees Dia coming towards him. He can't believe his eyes and falls in love with her at first sight. Dia gives her motorcycle to her colleagues and gets into her car. Radhe stands in the middle of the road and walks slowly in front of her. She tells him, "Get out of the way, you, right or left?" He tells her, "Sorry, I can't. My car broke down and I've been walking for a long time and haven't found a taxi." So she says, "Are you going to tell me your life story? Come on, kid, I'll give you a lift." He gets in with her, and then her brother calls her. And who is her brother, my friend? Avinash, his boss at work. He says to her, "Sister, this modeling career will bring us shame, girl. Your pictures are all all over the streets. And another thing, did you forget to wear clothes before shooting that last ad or what? She tells him, enough, brother. Besides, you hate my job and I hate your job too. And I hate any police officer. Hang up now because I'm angry. She hangs up on him and says to Rade, tell me, what's your name? He tells her, Rade. She asks, yeah, and what do you do? He replies, same profession as you, a model, but I'm still a beginner. She tells him, even though you look scrawny like a jerboa, your features are handsome. Take care of your body, build a couple of muscles, and God willing, you'll make it. He asks her, can you help me? She replies, I'll see what I can do, and I'll get back to you. He says to her, it seems I've lost my phone. Could you just give me a ring so I can find it? She says, of course, sure. She calls him, and just like that, he gets her number. He gets out and leaves her, while Rana has found out the location of Mansoor's house and goes there. The next morning, Rade goes to the police station and sees Azad looking frustrated as he throws a piece of paper in the trash. Rade goes over and picks up the paper, on which was written, my name is Azad. I have only one friend, and a few months ago, they gave him a choice. Either get addicted to drugs, or they would kill him. He had no other choice but to accept, and after he got addicted to drugs, he committed suicide. And I and the rest of my colleagues are also under threat, and very soon, we will either get addicted, or they will kill us. Rade calls out to him and asks, what was your friend's name? He replies, his name was Sumi. He asks him, when you went inside, what did they tell you? He says, I've been going back and forth to them for a month, and no one has helped me with anything. Rade tells him, all right, don't worry. Your friend will be avenged. I swear on my life. Rade goes in to his colleagues and tells them, I want to know what exactly is happening here. Someone explain to me what's going on. One of them replies, sir, we haven't found anything, but the only two people who can lead us to them are Neo and Dada. Neo is Mansoor's brother. Dada and Neo rule all of Mumbai. One rules the south and the other rules the north. They are enemies. But if you can make them a single force, they will be able to lead us to the drug dealers. And indeed, he goes to the first one, breaks his bones and the bones of his men, and takes him to the station. Then he goes to the second one, whose men are stronger and more numerous. Neo gives them a signal to finish him off, but he breaks the bones of 3 of them and turns the 4th one into a suitcase. Everyone becomes afraid of him. He tells him, listen, I don't want you. I want your brother Mansoor. He drags him and puts him together with Dada, and the moment they see each other, they almost start fighting. But Rade tells them, enough boys, shake hands, hug each other, take a selfie together. From today on, you two are best friends, and you have to find out for me who is selling drugs in the city. And if you ever think about causing trouble again, remember this picture. And if the picture doesn't move you, then look at this lion, and then you'll reconsider what you're thinking. And indeed, Neo calls his brother Mansoor and tells him, where are you, brother? I swear on our mother's grave, I'll kill you. Since when have you been dealing drugs, you idiot? He replies, it was against my will. Please save me. Rana has kidnapped me and he's going to kill me. He asks him, where are you? I'm coming to you right now. He gives him the address, and indeed he rushes over to him. And this was a trap orchestrated by Mansoor and Rana. Neo reaches them and says to Rana, how dare you kidnap my brother? Rana replies, your brother took merchandise from me and didn't pay for it. Are you going to pay for him? Neo slaps him. Do you think he's going to let that slide? Of course not. He stabs him in the neck with a dagger, and he's about to fall, but Mansoor props him up. He tells him, brother, stand by my side, but he sells him out, throws him to Rana's men, and leaves them to kill him. Afterwards, Dia calls Rade and tells him, come on, I found you a job. And indeed, he goes to her, and she tells him, go in to get your pictures taken. The moment he goes in, she tells him, take off the shirt like this, and take off what's after it like this, and like this. Look, just get rid of this completely. He takes off his shirt, and she sees his muscles and is completely stunned. She goes in to spray him with tanning spray on his body, and suddenly she pulls him into this pose. They take pictures together and create the most amazing photo album. Afterwards, he goes to work, and she calls him and says, today is my birthday. I'm waiting for you. He tells her, of course I'll come. Then he says to Avinash, Chief, I have to leave right now because my mom is very sick. Avinash tells him, of course, go to her quickly and take my car too. And indeed, he takes the car and leaves. At night, he goes to her at the party and gives her this bouquet of flowers. And she says, so sweet. Come, let me introduce you to my brother. The two are shocked. She tells him, this is Rade, my colleague from work, a beginner model. I'll leave you two to get acquainted. Avinash pulls him aside and says, "Oh, you scumbag! You leave work telling me your mom is sick, and you come to hang out with my sister? And not only that, but you're lying to her too. I swear on my mother's life, I'll kill you." Rade tells him, "Wait for me for 1 second and I'll be right back." He goes to Dia, she hugs him, and he forgets the whole world, and they spend the most wonderful evening together. Meanwhile, Avinash gets drunk and parties with girls, and Rana enters the place to sell drugs to the youth at the party. The next day, all hell breaks loose and the place is swarming with police. The manager, Jenny, tells them there were 3 young men who entered the place and started acting savagely with the girls, to the point that they took the girls by force and were about to rape them, but I arrived in time and had the guards stop them. She continues, but Rana grabbed an axe and started chopping them all up. Then he took his men and left. They watch all of this on the surveillance cameras. Rade recognizes their faces and starts thinking about how to get to them. At that time, Rana goes to Dada, who tells him, "How dare you enter my territory? I have men who eat pebbles." Rana replies, "You mean these guys?" And he finds them all hanging. Then he says, "As for me, I have men who eat iron that's burning with fire." They give them large quantities of drugs and tell them, "You have to sell this amount within 2 days." And indeed, Dada's men are very numerous, and they spread throughout the entire city and sell huge quantities. Afterwards, while Rana and his men are counting the money, the power suddenly goes out, and Mansoor's wife brings them a candle, but Rana takes a liking to her. He gives some money to Mansoor, and Mansoor leaves and lets Rana rape his wife. Truly a man, Mansoor. It's not right for them to rape her in front of you. I swear to God, your name is erased on you. They should have called you Mansoor the Broken, the Dissolved, the Paralyzed. This Mansoor needs a real man. Anyway, Rade is focusing on the parties because those are the places Rana goes to. He keeps waiting for him, but he's late, so he gets up to dance and enjoy the party. At that time, Rana and his men arrive at the party, and then Rana goes into the bathroom. He finds Rade waiting for him there. Rade tells him, "Finally, pal, I'll finish my job after I arrest you." Rana replies, "You have come to your fate, and I too will expand my business after I finish you off." And the battle begins in the bathroom. What a stinky director, my friend. The world became too small for them, so they found nowhere but the bathroom to film in. Anyway, they break each other's bones, and suddenly Nisha walks in on them. Radhe tells her, "Get out quickly," and when she tries to leave, she finds these jackasses behind her with daggers. Do you think this is going to affect Radhe, my friend? Of course not. He goes in to break their bones and smashes the urinal on this moron. What is this filth, you rotten person? Anyway, he finishes them off, and Rana is standing there with a dagger and wounds Nisha. Radhe lunges at him with a spear move and pins him to the wall. Rana stabs him in the back with the dagger, but he is unaffected. He stands up to him like a lion and takes another spear move from top to bottom. Nothing happens to either of them, and I, for one, simply believe that, my friend. The distance isn't very far. It's barely 10 or 11 meters, meaning a normal person would have at most died. Anyway, they break his bones, but backup arrives, so they escape from the place. Afterwards, Radhe gets to Mansoor, takes him to the police station, but torture yields no results with him. Radhe tells him, "Have you forgotten what they did to your wife?" Mansoor replies, "You're right. He's a despicable person. I will not forget what he did to my wife, nor to my brother." He tells him, "Tell me where they are, and they will get what's coming to them. Don't worry." He gives him Rana's address, and he sends Dada and his men to him. They go and destroy his factory, beat up his men, and leave. Rana arrives at the factory, and his men tell him what happened. He rushes to Dada and is shocked when he finds Radhe, who had set this trap for him. Radhe goes in on him, takes him left and right, breaks his bones, and takes him to the police station. As for his other colleague, he escapes and informs Rana about what happened. Afterwards, while Dada is celebrating his mother's birthday, Rana goes to him at the party, fills the place with smoke, and eliminates everyone at the party, including Dada. Radhe asks the captured man, Rama, "Where is Rana?" He replies, "I'll tell you now. Look at this." And he starts biting his own tongue. They rush to him and put a ball in his mouth so he doesn't sever his tongue. The minister summons Radhe and Avinash and tells them, "I trusted you two, and you have disappointed me." Avinash says, "Sir, give me some time." The minister replies, "What more are we going to wait for? Are we going to wait until these dogs wipe out half the city? From today, you will drop this case completely, and Deputy Arjuan will take over. Rade says, "Sir, I have cleaned up 80% of the dogs selling drugs in the city. Only Rana and one of his men are left." Arjuan says, "Rana? The one who crushed you in the bathroom and you couldn't do anything to him?" Rade replies, "Exactly. He beat me and wiped the bathroom floor with me. So what do you think he'll do to you?" Avinash says, "Give us 24 hours, Chief, and we will bring these dogs by their necks." They leave him and go. At that time, Rana has kidnapped Dia and forged passports to escape. Do you think he will be able to escape, my friend? Of course not. In the nick of time, Rade reaches them and completely wrecks the place, but they have a lot of weapons. Do you think that will affect him, my friend? Of course not. He raises his weapon and starts shooting them one by one, while Dia is in utter shock as he continues to shoot them. He takes them all down, but Rana jumps out of the window. He lands on the ground below and nothing happens to him, and I believe it. Sorry, my friend, we have to believe. At that moment, Dia finds out that Rade is a police officer. She keeps talking his ear off about it, so he gives her a sedative injection and she calms down completely and accepts the situation simply. Afterwards, Rade holds a meeting with the students and tells them, "You must help me so I can help you. If anyone offers to sell you drugs, call me immediately. If you see anyone selling to your colleagues, call me anytime. I'll be there for you." The youth film him while he's talking and upload the video. And indeed, his plan succeeds and he catches the criminals who sell drugs to the students. All that's left for him is Rana and a grid. Nisha reaches them and informs Rade of their location, but Rade is a little far from her, so she goes out to delay them. They drive towards her in the car and are about to hit her, but Rade blocks them with his car. He gets out to break their bones. He grabs a grid and finishes him off and leaves him for the police, but Rana escapes. Rade keeps searching for him, and as luck would have it, Rana is at the cafe of Azad's father. Rana goes to make a call, so Azad takes the bag, goes up to the roof and calls Rade. But Rade is busy with Avinash, so he sends him a message. But Rana finds out what happened and goes up to him and says, "Give me the bag." He refuses to give him the bag and throws it down below. Rana runs at him and smashes his head. At that time, Rade has arrived, but Rana throws Azad from the top. Rade catches him on his chest, and naturally, of course, nothing happened to either of them. Excuse me, my friend, we just have to believe and endure. Anyway, Rana escapes again. He takes all of Rade's men in one car, and he is sure they will be able to escape. And indeed, they escape, and they all get on motorcycles and are on their way to Rana. Rade catches up to them and starts smashing them with the car one after the other until he finishes them all off. At that time, Rada gets on a plane and is about to take off, but Rade flies with the car and drives it into the plane. And I believe it. And you, my friend, must enjoy and believe. Anyway, they completely break each other's bones, and the plane is tumbling left and right. Rana is on the verge of killing him, but the plane is about to crash to the ground. Rade jumps out at the last second and emerges from it, not getting up again. For the first time, they aren't lying in a scene. Anyway, Rana picks up this brick and is about to bring it down on his head, but Avinash shoots him with a bullet, and he is unaffected. The men there must have nuclear radiation for breakfast. He pounces on Avinash, breaks his bones, and finishes him on the ground, not leaving a single sound piece in him. And he is about to kill him. Do you think he will kill him, my friend? Of course not. He is stopped at the last second by the violent beast, who is in a state of utter rage. And whoever sees himself as a match for him, let him stand in his way. Rana comes at him with an iron pipe and keeps hitting him with it while he blocks the blows and feels nothing. Apparently, the plane crash gave him a little sting and he transformed. Anyway, Rana gets tired of hitting him, so now it's Rade's turn. He gives him 1, 2, 3 to the head and he doesn't get up again. He opens his phone and makes a video call with Azad, lifts Rana in front of him in the air, then brings him down on his knee, breaking him in half, and throws him behind him. This guy reminds me of myself. I do the same move when I take off my shirt. Anyway, my friend, after they finished with the lie, he takes Avinash and goes home, and here the lying ends. My friend, from all the Indian movies I watch, I feel like if I walked in the middle of a highway, I would wreck the cars passing by me. May God guide you, India. India. And in the end, don't forget to show your support by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. By the way, there are exciting videos on the channel that you will like. And if you don't find your favorite movies, write the name of any film you love in a comment. Goodbye, my friend.